it's me, LH Music. I hope you have a wonderful weekend as much as we all do. Except I have. I have a wonderful time at Love's Art and Love's Jazz and Arts Center. Can't we believe it says Love's Art? Well, it's gotta be Love's Jazz and Arts Center. You're not gonna believe this, but I'll explain this to you a little bit later on. At least about another 7 minutes or it doesn't take that long, whatever it is. But anyways, I want you. But first, I want you to take a look at this because this is gonna be outrageous. The truth will be revealed. Is this? It's gonna be. You guessed it. That's right, Jihadi John, and that's why the dramatic unmasking of this the ISIS executioner known as Jihadi John, trying to make this black-clad star of the Islamic terrorist group. Yeah, you guessed it. Grizzly to mark a man with a big price on his big head. And do you see what happens? The truth will be revealed. So this is what happens, as I said on my final closing time factor video coverage thoughts, because ISIS is a stupid, idiotic buffoons. They're cutting people's heads. And if you just missed it on my very special edition of my TimeFactor radio show last weekend called Armageddon, Rise of the Caliphate. Because like I said, these are the Caliphate buffoons. That's right. We're living in a desperate world. So, who can answer anything more? But anyways, I'll explain this because it's time. Because the weekend is over with, let's get the week started, shall we? And final closing time factor video commentary thoughts starts right now. Hope you're ready. As much as we all do, I can too. So, if you don't mind, kick the theme music, shall we? Please. We all want to belong. We all want to be there. We all want to be free. Want to feel safe. Far from the harm. Oh, we want it. Somebody's gotta say it. That's why LH Music are inside your video set. That's why the real consumption lives here. This is the final closing time factor video commentary thoughts.
Complex picture emerging of the alleged ISIS terrorist known as Jihadi John and his life before jihad. Mohammed Mwazi, being described as someone who once dealt with anger issues as a boy. Court documents also revealing his ties to alleged jihadists while he was living in London. A former employer in Kuwait, however, reportedly calling him, quote, calm and decent, and the best worker they ever had. Joining me now is Brock Barkley.
Now, see what I'm talking about? Gretchen Carlson, you know the real story on Fox News that you just heard today about the dramatic unmasking of this you-know-who is a ISIS executioner known as Jihadi John. Well, last week, now the truth shall be revealed. As far as we're concerned, the truth is being revealed. Well, because last week makes the you-know-who, the black-clad star of the Islamic State terrorist group, made the stupid grisly videos. Mark as a marked man with a price on his big fat head. Terrorist. That's why terrorist according to Fox News. As you As you may recall this, intelligence authorities in the US and Great Britain have known for the knife-wielding jihadist buffoon. Was revealed his name is 26-year-old Mohammed N. Mwazi for months, and the public identification of him, according to Washington Post article, and following of this disclosure of a torrent of a personal information about his life and associate. I tell you one thing is associated for priority to going on Syria back in 2013. Well, last couple of years will turn up the heat and likely to ensure that he will never leave ISIS so-called caliphate alive. Now I ask you a question. Why? Why in heavens on earth that the whole mask, the mask man, yeah, sounds like the Lone Ranger to me. It just is so absurd. And given one of the reasons why that mass murderers have no clue whatsoever. Because because here is the British, as far as we can concerned, the British are the because but here is your worst nightmare, Mike Baker, a Fox News contributor and former CIA covert, says that the British intelligence had a handle on Nwazi's identification for some time a priority to the public release of the identity. And I will do something about this later on tonight on my primetime news tonight on the Hallmark channel. And and this is gonna be worse later on this weekend on my Time Factor radio and television show. It's gonna be good. Right. But the only thing that happens is Michael Harkins is a big target. How could he ever say he's a big target? Well, UK and the US authorities have been tracking in Mwazi's digital footprints on at least 5 whole months before his identity was public publicly known, and likely monitoring every social media accounting and tapping into phone communications in between this young terrorist and his associates, according to who Baker. Baker, I know he's a Fox News. Yeah, that's right. And this is gonna be outrageous. Now the world. Now the whole world wants to know that his name is known and his photo. Yeah, Jihadi John. Yeah, that's right. And that's why Inwazi was born in Kuwait and raised in London, raised in who, UK. But he will not be able to who, be able to travel back to Great Britain and as Western intelligence officials try to fear many of who foreign fighters could any communications or with family and or friends should be monitored. What's the pressure about this one? The pressure is someone, and even with this terrorist group has no interest to turn him and been ratcheted up, and that's what the experts say. But this is what happens. Did you know that because anyone else can be civilized, that he is a big target, and him, and it sends a great message that no matter who you are, we're going to find you and hold you accountable for killing U.S. citizens. Now, what do you have to say for yourself now, Jihadi John? Killing beheaded Christians at a time like this? Now, what happened? Noise was like, you better calm down. You're getting hyped up. No, I don't think so. The message is clear. The only message is clear. this is what happens when you don't behead it like this. As I said on my, you know, how you just missed it on my, as you just missed it, in case you missed it, on my, you know who, Time Factor Radio Show special presentation of Armageddon, you know who, the rise of Caliphate. Say with me, Caliphate. Yeah, that's right. And that's why Jihadi John is a psychotic Muslim killer. You can. It sounds like talking heads to me. That's to me. But these are the newspapers in those documents first published in British newspapers, The Observer and the Sunday Telegraph. And Nwazi is describing as person of interest to MI5's Britain's domestic counter-terrorist intelligence and security agency. And this is what happens. And BBC just reported that. Nwazi attended, Quinton Kynaston Academy in northwest London back in 2009. And it goes on and on and on. And that's why he first appeared on his Islamic State video last week in August, or should I say last August, or 2014. And that's why he beheaded American freelance journalist James Foley, and so is James Sotloff, and British aid worker David Haynes, British taxi driver Alan Henning, and so is American aid worker Peter Kasich. And he goes, that's why he tried to behead it. Here's a question from you, Jihadi John. Why in the world try to behead these two journalists, James Foley, and so is Stephen Sotloff? Why? You just were trying to just tell a lie? You just tell secrets and lies? Hope you, I watched Secrets and Lies on ABC last Sunday night. Gosh, it was good. You can watch that on every Sunday night as well. I want to watch it again if I could. But back to this, who, Jihadi John. You try to behead these people. Don't you think it's so stupid to try to behead it like this? That is sickening, and that is horrible. That's horrible, and that is gross. It makes me want to throw up and gag. But I tell you one thing is, you, Jihadi John, you could be in big trouble, put you in a prison cell, and execute you. Execute you at a time like this. Now, does that sound simple to you, Jihadi John? Trying to behead it like this? Shame on you. Shame on you, Jihadi John. I'm so very mad at you. Why in the world are you trying to blame Jihadi? I mean, because I said so in the first place. And never again it's what you scored the time before. You disgust me, Jihadi John. Now, see how it adds up as I twist your little head. That was a simple answer. Anyways, I gotta go, and I'm sorry it takes so long. So I'll explain this. What happened to my weekend tomorrow? So it's Bibi Netanyahu's I don't even know speech, whatever it is, and John Kerry's trying to be insane, whatever it is. I'll explain this tomorrow. Anyways, don't forget to Facebook and follow LH Music, Facebook.com and Twitter.com. You know my username, LH Music Time. And so is Time Factor website as well, LH Music Time, timefactor.jimdo.com, and so is Time Factor page on Facebook as well. But tomorrow, I'll explain this, Netanyahu, and so is what I did for the weekend. And don't forget, Thursday, I'm back at Grace University for no final closing Time Factor video cover thoughts. Just wait and see about that on Thursday. Anyways, I gotta go. LH Music is about to sign off. Go God's blessings, and I salute you, America. Take care. Bye-bye for now. See ya.